Hi everyone, it's Jade here again with you, and I'm going to be talking about starting childcare. So, the transition to starting childcare is a really big deal for kids. They've gone basically from having you all the time to not having you for a reasonably extended amount of time. So, this is a really difficult change for some children. Some children do take it in their stride better than others, and others not so much. And it rests on a few different things. So, firstly, it rests on their phase of development. So it's really important to know if they're going through a wave of separation anxiety at that point. And it's not that you shouldn't start childcare at that point, but it definitely will be harder, and you definitely need to understand when that's going to happen. So it usually happens around the 9-month mark, 18-month mark, 2-year mark. And like that is a really common thing for a child to go through at that point. So if they're starting childcare at that point, you can reasonably expect them to be a little bit more clingy to you and find it difficult to attach to the new person. All quality childcare all quality childcare centres will have people who really understand how to make connections with children, and they'll put a lot of effort into that. But children need to be able to have enough time with those people to be able to build that relationship with them, and also build the relationship with other children. Okay, so realistically, 1 day a week is not enough time for them to build connections with other people. And especially for a young child, the time between that 1 day a week to the next 7 days later to the next day is too long. They can't remember the connection that they made in that time, and it takes a really, really long time for most kids to actually settle in at that point. So 2 days is much better for them because they have time to build connections with caregivers and also with the other children as well. So if then you're finding drop off really hard, the kiss and go is definitely the best way to go. I know it's really hard for you to leave sometimes, but prolonging that leaving is actually really confusing to the child because they feel like that they can actually influence you and you're going to stay. If you're not going to stay, just say to them, one more hug, one more kiss, and I'm going to go now. And go. If you say you're going to go, you need to go, because as soon as you don't go, they're like, okay, what did I do there to make mum stay or dad stay? I basically just got more upset, and they're going to stay. And if I get more upset, they're going to take me home and I don't have to do this. And let's just be fair here. That's the reality. They're going to have to do it. There's nothing that they can do to change it. So it's really important for you to be really firm on that drop off. And yeah, you might feel upset. Call the girls and guys at the childcare centre afterwards and just say, hey, how's my little one going? Did they settle? Is it okay? And do it that way, because they will support you, but it's not very supportive of your child for you to be inconsistent at that drop off. So it's also really important to know that your child is probably not going to sleep very well to start off with at childcare. It might take up to 6 weeks to establish good sleep at childcare, and it's really, really normal for this to happen. Firstly, sleep is a trust situation. They are basically going from an awake, aware state to an asleep state where they have absolutely no control over themselves. So this is actually a really big deal for a child to start sleeping in a new place with new people. So it's reasonable not to expect it to start to work at the start. So just be really patient with that sort of thing. Give them an early bedtime after childcare if they need to. And it should, within a 6-week period, be a really different kind of thing for you. Awesome. Thanks, everyone.